Stress is one of the biggest inhibiting factors in a fat loss program, but it's also a factor that is neglected and overlooked by a lot of people. So I thought I'd do a quick video series explaining more about stress, how it inhibits fat loss, and what you can do about it. Now, in terms of stress inhibiting fat loss, it does it via two primary mechanisms. First of all, physiologically, and secondly, psychologically. So let's look at the physiological mechanisms first of all. Now, when somebody is excessively stressed for prolonged periods of time, your overall levels of stress hormone in your body are going to elevate to problematic levels. One of those hormones is called cortisol, and excessive and prolonged elevation of cortisol is going to inhibit the repair and recovery of muscle tissue and contribute to or encourage retention of fat within the body. Secondly, cortisol in excessive amounts can actually contribute to insulin resistance as well. Now, some of you may have heard of insulin and insulin resistance. When somebody has insulin resistance, very simplistically, what it means is that more of the energy that you consume is more likely to be stored in fat cells as opposed to muscle and liver cells. Now, cortisol's primary function is to elevate blood sugar levels because your body thinks that it's faced with a physical threat. So cortisol rises, that increases your blood sugar levels, and then when that isn't used up in response to a physical threat, then your body releases insulin to put that sugar back into storage. And it's via that loop that your body can excessively stimulate insulin, which can contribute to insulin damage and insulin resistance and all of the problems associated with that. Then, in order for your body to manufacture cortisol, there's a hormone that it uses to convert into cortisol called pregnenolone. This is the same hormone that your body utilizes to manufacture your sex hormones, so testosterone and estrogen. Now, your body has a finite amount of pregnenolone at any one time. So during a stress response, your body's going to prioritize the stress because that's the immediate threat. So what this means is that there's less left over in order to manufacture your sex hormones. So not only does this contribute to problems with sexual health, but also your sex hormones are very important for body composition. So for people wanting to achieve a body transformation, that's going to again inhibit fat loss and inhibits muscle repair and recovery again. So those are the physiological mechanisms, but then we've also got the psychological ones as well. So very many people have learnt to use food and alcohol as a way of managing their stress. Those are the only reliable mechanisms that they've learnt in order to do that. So when they're highly stressed, again, a lot of people are reaching for food and alcohol in excessive amounts as a way of trying to manage how they feel and their emotions. And then finally, people are much less likely to be consistent with their exercise when they're highly stressed. So if you've got significant problems at work or in your business or in your relationship, how important does exercising feel to you generally? Some people go the other way. Some people actually end up exercising excessively because that's the only mechanism they've ever learned to use reliably for managing their stress. But for the most part, the majority of people actually put exercise on the back burner and put it off until another day when they feel like they're more in control of things and in their life. So in the next video, we're going to talk about some of the types of factors that contribute to stress and which ones we need to prioritize before leading on to the following videos in this series, where you'll discover some of the primary factors that we'll discuss one at a time and some steps that you can implement right away to make some changes in this area.